Dennis Fox, how do you view the growth of Sheridan County?
Well, it's kind of a nebulous question, but let me see if I can define it back to you. If we're talking about business growth, I'm for that. The downtown city of Sheridan, have at it. I think we can do that best, government can, by setting the environment for growth. I agree with Mr. Reed. It is not government's job to create growth, okay? It's to create the environment so that people will willingly come in and want to establish a business in Sheridan. A good example might be, you set up a new business downtown Sheridan, we'll give you a 10-year tax holiday. Come on in and set that. Now, if we're talking about growth, land use, the comprehensive plan, things like that, that's a little more nuanced to answer. And I will just tell you from personal experience, I grew up in Northern Virginia, McLean, Virginia, and there was a new McDonald's in town when I got there as a boy in the mid-60s. Do you have any familiarity with the Washington, D.C. area? Incredible. And that's one of the reasons I don't live there anymore. We don't want our land all cut up and divided in places. So, thank you.
How do you view the growth of Sheridan County in the next, however long you want, 3, 5, 10 years?
I have had in the past some small experience with different groups that have issue with dictates from the planning department. The Sheridan planning department is budgeted again at $700,000 and the county attorney at around $800,000, so it's generously funded. I would have some, I know that the comprehensive plan is up for review, and growth for Sheridan County has certainly been assisted to subdivisions, for example, that are inevitably annexed to the city of Sheridan. As for other growth, subdivision growth, developers, their desires and ambitions, I often pose this statement. I'll say, who profits from development? Development is not a noble aspiration like medicine. It is its purpose is to generate revenue for developers. So I stop.
Same question.
Sure. Growth, what I've learned to accept and learned about economics is to maintain what we have. We have to have at least a 1, 2, up to a 3% growth just to maintain what we have. So we need to grow slowly. I don't know too many people that want to be a big metropolis or anything. With the Tongue River Valley residents' help, Commissioner Ringley here and the other commissioners, we all work together to rezone comprehensive plan, 10,000 acres on the face of the Bighorn Mountains from residential, urban residential, back to agriculture. When that was brought up and I looked at that map and saw that being residential, all that area up there, all I could think of was driving down to Denver to see the Front Range down there. And so with your help, we work together. And that's what we need to continue to work together on those type of things. That's part of the growth that goes forward. Also, what's important to me, I'm also on the Chamber of Commerce. I'm co-chair of the Business Retention Expansion Committee. That's taking care of businesses that are already located here and do what we can throughout the county to help them continue to grow and prosper however we can. And we're doing that with a lot of success. So that's where my functions go. As far as big things coming in, that's where we need your input with the citizens out here, what they want, what you want, and then we can work together and achieve that.
How do you view the county growth in the next 2 or 3 years?
Would you like to go?
Talk.
Oh.
People always make estimates about what county population is going to be in 10 years and it never meets that. 15, 20 years ago, I think there were estimates of population would be much more than it is now. So I don't see the county growing a lot. I think this last census it grew by what, 1% maybe, 2%. So I don't see a lot of growth in population. Although, if you drive around Sheridan County and look at all the new houses being built, you would wonder about that. But I think we will continue to grow economically because of all the things that are taking place in the private sector. But I think the county, if it does grow some, we have comprehensive plans that are going to be able to manage that growth. But I don't see a tremendous growth in Sheridan in the next 10 years. If it's 3 or 4%, I'd be surprised.
Okay, thank you.